On today's video, I'll explain my tech deck for a blue-white control arena deck. This works very well against most opponents you'll face on arena, and it makes it to mythic every single time. Hi everyone, how's it going? We're going to take a look at my tech deck today, play a match and see how it goes. I've got Revitalize. That's just a little bit of life gain because, you got to stay alive in a match. Plus a little card draw never hurts. We got 3 Starnheim Unleashed. These are used with the Foretell ability to either pump out angels late in the game with Vigilance or use as cannon fodder to draw out their removal spells. Invitations only to sacrifice creatures that aren't normally killed by normal means, okay? You got 4 Doomscar. You're going to hope to get one of those early because a lot of decks can speed up and wipe you out. All right, Devastating Mastery. Don't be afraid to use this to wipe the whole battlefield clean. You have nothing in your deck that stays on the board. All your land creatures just come back to being land again. So you're not going to use it when you have a creature on the board yourself. You're going to use this to wipe out planeswalkers because you can't deal with them any other way. We got 4 Farewells. Awesome. Use all the abilities. Remember, use them all. Click them all. Wipe out their enchantments, artifacts, everything you got. Eremia's Call, same thing as the Starnheim, is there as cannon fodder or as land as needed. Onto Inversion, board wipes again for those pesky planeswalkers that you can't deal with. Vanquish the Horde in case they pump out a massive amount of small mini creatures. This is your easiest way to deal with them. We got the Cave of the Frost Dragon. That's right, your 3/4 flyers used late in the game, okay? Or to poke at planeswalkers you can't deal with. Then you got the Seat of the Empire. That's there to deal with, of course, creatures coming at you quickly. But you can also use this land as necessary. Don't be afraid to put a land in, tap for mana. Next turn, if you have only that, play that one out, but tapped. So you can get a little mana from it wherever you're going to cast. Some Plains, Hall of the Storm Giants is your finishers. Those are the guys who are going to wipe the board for you. Otawara is there to save you from yourself. Keep your giants alive. If they're going to kill it, unsummon it. All right? Then we've got some Tranquil Cove, a little bit of life gain, plus the multiple choice for lands you need. The Crawling Barrens, pump them up on other people's turns. At the end of their turn, pump it up, put a few counters on it, make them think. Field of Ruin, get rid of their specialty stuff that gets in your way. And of course, a couple of Biblioplex. Because your deck has mostly sorceries, it's a great card to grind through your deck quickly to get what you need. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check out a match here and see how we do. It's loading. I don't know. It's taking time. All right. We're going to go ahead and play a ranked match. Let's see how we do. Let's make it real. So these matches can be a little bit long, but depending on how things go, I've seen players just give up because you've wiped out their entire hand too quickly and they have no way of building their hand back up. This does happen, and it's, I get it. People give up. People scoop pretty quickly. So we got some Field of Ruins, we got a Cave, we got an Eremia. This is fine. It's not the best hand to have, but you have ways of getting land, so you're okay. Plus, you've got a good selection of land cards in your hand. Eremias, we're obviously going to be using it right now to get land. We're going to start with the Cave of the Frost Dragon, because it comes into play untapped. We want to see what they've got going. And it's the opponent's turn. He's taking his time. Oh, he discarded down. So we'll go ahead. So you can see here, we're going to put the Cave of the Frost Dragon. We're going to follow that up with the Hall of the Storm Giant because they won't come into play tapped. The deck you're seeing right now, I am used to facing off against this deck. This is a pumped up creature deck. So what happens is they put all kinds of counters on their guys. You basically have to survive till turn 4 to 6. In this case, I do have some ways of dealing with it in terms of the Eremia's Call will come out. That'll allow me to cast Devastating Mastery on turn 4 to unsummon his stuff, at least to slow him down. He hasn't pumped out a lot of scary stuff yet, which is nice. He does have no lands I can blow up, which is a shame because I'd like to blow some stuff up right now. Since I'm not under threat at the moment, I'll put the Eremia's Call out, but I'll put it as tapped. I don't need it for land yet, but I'm going to put it into play tapped in case I have to use Devastating Mastery next turn, depending on what he puts onto the battlefield. He has less cards than me, though, and he'll be burning through his cards quickly. I'd like him to have more than this. If he doesn't have a lot, I'm going to let it sit and let him just beat me down a bit and hope he can't get too pumped up. There you go. So I did pick up a Starheim, which is great. I'll go ahead. I will foretell that because next turn I can put 2 angels into play just to slow the game down and give myself some breathing room. He will get to pummel me a bit, but he hasn't put anything life-threatening on the battlefield, which means he doesn't have a lot. His hand wasn't that great when he drew. Oh, there we go. He's got some better stuff now. He's going to flip over, pump his guys up. This is awesome. So we'll go ahead. But again, nothing hugely threatening. So go ahead. We'll put out Starheim Unleashed. We'll get ourselves a couple of angels on the battlefield. He may have creature removal, but I'm not dead yet. It's going to give me some breathing room to make him focus on something else other than taking my life total. And that's what I want. I'm trying to get to turn 6. Turn 6, I nuke the board, and I slow everything down in my favor, okay? He may have the thing that brings back all enchantments, but right now he's thinking, look at me, I've done this crazy arrangement of amazing things. That's what he thinks. And I can agree with that. It looks pretty cool on the board. But remember, when you're playing this kind of deck, you're not worried about it. You're either going to win, you're going to lose, guys. You got to slow it down, play your cards in the right way. It looks like he's willing to lose stuff, or he's got some other way of saving it. Nope, he decided to save everything. So I can go ahead, put out my planes, which is awesome. He's given me the opportunity to beat on him, which is great. I'm just going to poke him, since I'm going to lose my creature anyway. And then we'll go ahead. We'll use Farewell. We're going to exile everything. Remember, every time, click them all. You don't care because you have no creatures in your deck. His game is basically over. He may not realize he's lost, but this is the starting at the end of him. Like he just thinks, oh, I've gone down to 15, I'm at 24, I've got some chances to get some stuff going. He doesn't. Because your deck works differently. He's expecting creatures. You don't have any. He's trying to draw cards. He's trying to get things. I see he's trying to draw cards and get himself going. It's just not going to happen for him. And that's okay. I understand. I'm totally cool with what he's trying to do. Makes perfect sense. Now, I'm doing this because, again, I'm not under threat, and I'd like to get another blue land to make my Hall of the Storm Giants work. So I've got to go ahead and go hunting. He's going to lose his land, which is great. He thinks he's getting a land, I'm getting a land, but I'm setting myself up for the long game. These games don't happen easily. They do take time with a deck like this, and playing your cards in the right order are what matters. So we got this, we're good. And we'll just say done. So he's thinking you have nothing as well. He's thinking things are drawn out. He's not quite sure what's happening. A lot of decks are expecting you to have some kind of creatures. And you're not even being super aggressive. He's like, hey, what's going on? And I understand that. Like right now, I'm going to nuke that pathway too. Number one, it is cycling his deck, but it's cycling my deck too. Thinning things out just a little bit more in my favor. I'm hoping he doesn't have any major things, but when I'm seeing a deck like this, I really don't think he has much else going for him other than enchantments. He was expecting to pump things up and wipe me out. He didn't get the opportunity. So, you know what? Let's not do... yeah. No. Remember I said, don't rush. We got time. I'll see if he's got something for my Giants. He may have a way of flashing in something. We'll see. He's thinking. He's taking his time. He went to the bathroom. He's thinking about conceding. I don't know, he's sure taking his time. He's thinking it out now. I'll just stand here on the side, floating in midair as you guys are watching me, saying, what's going on? What are you thinking? Do you think this is the way? I understand. Maybe he left. But it's okay. We can hang out here and wait to see what he's going to do. But when I see players like this, I see these types of decks a lot right now in Arena. And it's not as if Arena really plays fair. Plays you against certain types of decks based on the deck you've built. Likes to keep you at a 50% win-loss, I tell you. Boom, there he goes. All right. So, I'll go ahead and put out the Biblioplex. Because, again, that can let me cycle for cards I need later. So, I always put those in my decks if I have in sorceries and enchantments. Sorry, sorceries or instants that are a lot more than like 7 or 8 in a deck. I usually pop in some Biblioplex as well. I like the card. You guys know that. Later on, it could be a really broken card depending on how it's played. All right. He got himself a cool little guy, and he's like, now I can start casting enchantments. That's what he's thinking. I can cast enchantments. It's like I'm reading his mind. He's like, okay, my enchanted creatures, we're gonna be good here. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, no, you're not. So we'll go ahead. We have nothing to fear yet, so we might as well go ahead and try to pummel him. And we'll see what he does. He may have something now, or he may not. I just find it incredibly slow sometimes how players play. I already know what I'm doing like 10 moves ahead. Come on, you can do it. You can block. He's thinking again. He's concentrating. I'm waiting patiently to see what he decides. Apparently, I'm still waiting. Oh, he's doing something because the meter went back up. There you go. Give you the beat down. He's trying to see if he can get enough enchantments cast to really pump his guys up. There you go. The Rune of Might. He just wanted an extra card. See, he's trying to get... Ah, there you go. This is perfect for me, by the way. You guys know that because I talked about it. So, we have another Hall of the Storm Giants. This turn is being slowed down and brought to you by Destroy All Non-Land Permanents. Wipe that battlefield clean and you'll feel better. So, his turn. I just got to wait and be patient. Look, he got another one. Let's see if he got some cool enchantments on that one. Nope. Oh, I can't cast that. I'm not going to need Otawara by this point. We'll just go ahead and say no to that battlefield. We'll give ourselves a little flyer. And just go over to say hello. Again, it's giving multiple targets. We couldn't get the Hall of the Storm Giants to work this turn, but we can poke them with 3 points. Make them think. Keep that life going if you can. As long as you're ahead. And in this case, you knew he was down on cards. He was desperately trying to get his pump-ups going. And if you break the cycle of his ability to get new cards and put out more things he can enchant, a lot of his cards in his hand are dead. They're dead cards. And your cards don't matter because everything's a board wipe and you're using your lands just to move a creature around on the battlefield. If he kills it, oh well. You have another one. There's only so much destruction they'll have. There he goes. He's using the Seed of the Empire. Better on that than on my Hall of the Storm Giants later and a couple of them come out and nail him. I will trade that any day of the week. What's he got? There we go. So in this case, we are going to foretell. Now, I assume when he has white like this, he's going to have board removal. He has things to wipe the board out, but I'm not putting any creatures out right now for him to wipe. So the Starnheim will have to be used to draw that stuff out, just in case I get another one later on, or an Eremia's Call. But you can see he's foretold some cards. He's got some stuff sitting there. It's dead cards, but you can kind of predict what it's going to be. And I'm predicting he's dragging this out. Let me just come poke you with my really big Storm Giant. He's like living there, man. He's just chilling out. I really like the D&D land cycle, by the way. I consider this like awesome. It has ward. It makes it harder to kill. It's a pest. It goes away. It's just, ah! Hey, he's bringing in a Bozaju. No problem, man. You go ahead. I will take action and get another land. And there we go. Brought to you by, let's drag the game out even longer. Because apparently, we can't make this go any faster. Well, I'm sure most of you guys probably sped it up when you watched this, didn't you? You just got to the end. You didn't enjoy the experience, did you? Or did you? Still waiting. Should I say it's your go? Nah, it's kind of annoying. We'll just sit here patiently and wait. That was it. That is definitely not that much. Here, watch this. I'll show you that he has a board wipe. So here's a whole bunch of angels for him. And he gets to board wipe them all, which will be awesome. Ready? Because I'm predicting a board wipe. And if not, he's dead unless he has enough stuff to kill it all. But I'm betting there's a board wipe in there. It's just my prediction. Come on, you can do it. You got that Doomscar? Doomscar! Called it. Told you. You can predict it. But you have to draw that stuff out. It's just tactically played so you know what to expect when. I know he doesn't have many of those pipers left. I might as well just draw them all out. Nope. I'm done. Your turn. He's running out of those pipers. I've killed a lot of these guys. The natural is playing his pipe. Oh, he's going searching for a rune. Excellent. He's like, what can I go finding? Let's see if he gets lucky. I don't know. He's still waiting there. If you hear my dog bark, hey, that's the way it is. He's a yappy dog down there. Probably playing with my kid. Let's see here. He's casting the runes. Now, as we know, I got lots of board wipes, so I'm not too worried about his runes. He's just using to draw cards at this point, trying to get there. He's got 30 cards. I got 35. Let's just destroy everything again. I still can't cast anything. I thought maybe I was going to be able to use that Hall of the Storm Giants, but I was one short. Is he out of creatures again? Because you guys can tell I've nuked most of his creatures the whole game. I've kept everything kind of wrapped up. I know what my game plan is. I'm just having trouble executing because he's had a few surprises for me. And I like some surprises. Hey, another Biblioplex. Let's see what he's got for that Hall of the Storm Giants. I'm sure he has something. There we go. Oh, he doesn't. Giving him the beats. The beats are coming. All right, so if he doesn't have some this turn, it's over. He may just give up right now. We'll have to see what he does. Maybe? He's thinking about it. He's wondering if he has any way of killing it, stopping it, or slowing it down. That's why I'd be wondering the same thing. I wish at the end of a game it showed you what they had in their hand. I'd like to look. You wonder if you find a move that they missed. Okay. Oh, he's just casting stuff out. He's going to end it. Yeah, see? He's just like, I couldn't do anything to you. Fair enough. He didn't give up, though. Well fought. Of course, a big shout out goes out to all the fantastic patrons on the channel. Thanks again, guys. I hope you enjoyed the match. Let me know what you think about this fantastic day. Patrons make the world go round. Let's not forget it. See you guys soon.